Cryptocurrency dividends. That's what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about 7 different cryptocurrencies that pay dividends. Now, you may be wondering, what's so great about dividends? Well, the main thing, the obvious thing is you're going to be able to earn additional cryptocurrency just for investing in a cryptocurrency that you may already like. Dividend investing is phenomenal because in traditional dividend investing, let me just say this, cryptocurrencies are fascinating. The ways that they pay cash flow, which we're calling dividends for this video, the reality is they're not typically dividends in the traditional sense. But what they are, the comparison to dividends comes in the fact of just for holding a currency, a cryptocurrency, you're going to receive another or the same cryptocurrency that has a value. So you're going to be earning additional value just for holding the coin. Now, cryptocurrency dividends, like dividends in cryptocurrency was one of the very first things I looked for initially because I was familiar with dividends in the traditional investing world. I've actually done very well with dividend and dividend investing in a traditional sense. So when I first got started with cryptocurrency, that was something that was important to me. I want to first cover why, this is the part that most people don't think about. A lot of people don't think about because Bitcoin has been on such a crazy run, and Ethereum, the entire market, it went up to what, $700-800 billion at one point, and now it's at 212. So originally this wasn't something that most people thought about. Excuse me. Most people were just looking to cash in, hold on to the cryptocurrency of their choice. As the market went up, just maybe sell some of it to take profits. The great thing about dividends with cryptocurrency is you don't have to sell them to take profits. I hope you caught that. I want to first talk about another reason why it's important. I made this little crude demonstration here, but the idea being this: dividends, or you could say cash flow. That cash flow is probably a better terminology, but most people aren't familiar with what you would mean when you say cash flow. But the idea is, imagine that you own some sort of a cryptocurrency, some sort of a crypto asset right here. And let's just say, let's use this little pencil, that way we can see what we're looking at. Let's just say this little crypto asset right here, so you had $100 worth of it. And let's just say that it paid a dividend equal to 10%. That could be, in the crypto world, that could be 10% in a day, which would be scary, or it could be 10% in a month, 10% in a year. It doesn't matter. Whenever that 10% dividend is paid, if you've got $100 in cryptocurrency and you earn a 10% dividend, that means you've got an additional $10. You can cash this out for dollars, you can cash this out for Bitcoin, whatever, but you still hold the original asset. You did not have to sell part of that asset to take some profit. You could just sell the dividend. You could sell, that what you earned, the cash flow that you earned, or the free crypto that you earned just for holding the underlying asset. Now, what this does, and again, we're going to go into 7 different cryptocurrencies that pay some sort of a dividend or some sort of cash flow. Now, the advantage to this is no matter what this cryptocurrency does, you're decreasing your risk by cashing out this 10%, this dividend. If it's $100 and you get $10 in dividend, you cash out that $10, now you only have $90 at risk. In an extremely volatile cryptocurrency market, this is a mechanism that I believe is important that can help you hedge some of your potential risk. Say the next time around, the next month or the next year, the next whatever, it pays out another 10%. Cash that out. Now, in theory, you only got $80 or 80% of your original investment at risk. And I do believe it's important to take profits, especially in the crypto space. But let's go ahead and cover 7 cryptocurrencies that pay, and I've done this primarily by market capitalization. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what the currency is, just a brief explanation, very brief explanation on what it is. We'll look at their website, and we'll talk about how much they pay out. And this varies a lot. What I will tell you is the higher the market capitalization, the bigger, the more popular the cryptocurrency is, the less they tend to pay out. However, the more stable the cryptocurrency tends to be as well. The more likely that it's going to be here for a long time. The smaller the market capitalization, the smaller the total market cap is for the cryptocurrency, the more aggressive it tends to pay out. And that's a trade-off. So it's a riskier underlying cryptocurrency, but the aggressive payout also means that you're able to pull money out a little bit faster as well. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Plus, just because it's a smaller market capitalization doesn't mean that next year or the year after, who knows, if that project proves itself, then that cryptocurrency could be explosive. All right, so let's get started. First one is Binance. Binance is ranked number 14 on CoinMarketCap. As you can see, it's right here. Binance Coin. Binance is ranked number 14. Now, Binance is the one coin that's a little bit different. It doesn't actually pay out a dividend. What it does is it takes 20% of the profits that it earns, and it uses those profits to buy their own coin back. They do what's called a buyback, basically. That's what it's called in the stock market. It's called a buyback. In the traditional stock market, that's a good thing, because as they buy their own coin back, as they buy it back, then there's less coins in circulation. And they actually burn the coins, they destroy the coins, so there's literally less coins in circulation. Now, but the Binance coin comes from Binance. Binance is basically a cryptocurrency exchange. They're a centralized exchange, meaning that there's a company, there's people behind this exchange, and they run the exchange. They charge fees for the exchange just like any other exchange would. And again, that's how they earn their profits. And 20% of their profits, they buy their own coin back and they burn it. So you're actually, so what happens is, well, you can just look at if you're familiar with most of the charts in the cryptocurrency world, this is a pretty stable chart. I mean, I know it looks very crazy, but this chart, this coin has held its value pretty well. Why? Because every quarter they burn them. This was the last quarterly statement, the first quarter token 3 months ago, first quarter token burn. In accordance with our white paper, we will burn 2.5 million coins worth roughly $30 million for their first quarter executed in the next 2 days. So they purchased $30 million of their coins out of the market and burned them. Again, it's decreasing the supply. Very, very interesting. Now, with this particular coin, you would have to sell some of your coins to take advantage of that profit, but that's very fascinating. I almost didn't mention Binance Coin, but that mechanism is interesting enough to point out. Next up on the list is going to be, and I'll put all these websites down below. Next up is NEO. NEO is ranked 15th, right behind Binance. NEO is a coin that's seen a huge run up. All these coins obviously saw a huge run up, but it's been very, very popular. NEO is being considered like the Chinese version of like Ethereum, for example. You can take a look at their website. Now, NEO, what they do is they pay out just for holding on their coin. You got to hold it in their wallet, but they pay out in something called gas, which, if you're familiar with Ethereum, gas would be similar to like the GUI in Ethereum. You need the gas to process the transaction on the NEO blockchain. Gas has its own valuation, by the way. In fact, let's come over here. I'm not sure where gas would be at. Let's take a look. Notice it has the same symbol. So gas is valued at about $5. You can NEO doesn't pay out a tremendous amount. There's a website, NEO to gas. So I just went ahead and calculated what you would earn if you had 100 NEO. It's only about 3.6% a year, 3.16% a year. Now, here's the advantage to that. Keep in mind, NEO's in the world of cryptocurrency, it's a very well-known cryptocurrency. It's got a team behind it. It's got solid projects. It's got a community, everything you'd be looking for in a project. So the fact that you get an additional 3% a year, it's not a horrible deal. You're not getting rich on that 3%, but Bitcoin doesn't pay that. Ethereum doesn't pay that. You're getting 3%. If you believe in NEO and you like the project, then by all means, why not earn an extra 3% bonus while just holding NEO? All right, so that was 1, 2. We're going to number 3 now, which is Steem. Steem is a very interesting cryptocurrency, ranked number 37 on CoinMarketCap. Now, Steem, the way that it works, it doesn't pay out a set amount, so there's no way to tell you like a percentage when it comes to Steem. So the thing about Steem is it's a kind of a social media type platform. We'll take a look at it here. It's like a curated platform. I think basically people put blog posts, they make posts. Think of something like an article website like Medium, for example. Anybody can post on Steem, but notice this right here. $223, $541. What is this? $415. You have to own Steem to be able to do this. But basically, you get people can upvote your comments, and this dollar amount is not actual dollars. It's like in Steam Power, and so what in Steam Power, Steam dollars. So basically, people upvote. You have to own Steam to be active on the platform, but people can upvote, and it's like giving you a little bit of money. They can upvote your comments and stuff like that, and if they do that, then of course, as you can see, you earn money. We'll just keep going down. So Steam's kind of unique. If you're just looking to hold something and to make money with it, yeah, the value of it may go up, of the Steam dollars may go up. However, the money's made in actually writing articles, putting content on the website, and having your content upvoted. Next up is Waves. So I believe this is number 4. Waves is fascinating. Waves is a decentralized exchange. So Binance is a centralized exchange, meaning that somebody actually runs Binance. Steam is a little bit different. Waves is a little bit different. This is basically it's a decentralized exchange that's running on the blockchain. Ranked number 41. The way Waves work is basically just for having Waves, and holding it in their client. Basically, you end up getting Waves, and it's not just Waves. If I read it right, you end up getting a lot of other tokens as well. You get like a small percentage of whatever tokens are out there. So Waves is worth looking at. I will tell you, Waves is only about 4 or 5% a year, the best I could tell when I was looking it up. Another one, I think we're on to number 5, I believe. Number 5 is KuCoin. KuCoin itself is another exchange very similar to Binance, but KuCoin actually pays out for people who own their KuCoin shares. That's their token. Ranked number 63 on CoinMarketCap. You can calculate KuCoin to figure out what you would earn. It's about 7.26%. So basically, the KuCoin is interesting in the fact of, people use KuCoin. People like to use KuCoin because it's if you like to invest in altcoins, KuCoin has a tremendous amount of altcoins on their platform. A lot of small coins that people, you can't find on other exchanges. If you like to play the risky side of the cryptocurrency market, then you would definitely want to check out the KuCoin exchange. KuCoin shares would be the actual token that you would purchase. There's a KuCoin, and then there's KuCoin shares. You would want to own KuCoin shares, this one right here. And for owning those shares, you would get about, like I said, 7.25% a year return back to you. So that's KuCoin. Next up is ARK. ARK is a fascinating project, ranked number 85. ARK is very neat. The whole idea behind ARK is they're looking to, this is number 6 by the way, ARK is looking to basically build a bridge, literally, between things like Ethereum and other projects out there. I think Lisk is one they mentioned, and there may be others. What ARK is trying to do essentially is create bridges between blockchains. So, just because something's operating on one blockchain, say for example, like the Ethereum blockchain, then you can use the ARK basically creates a solution or a bridge where you can use something on the Ethereum blockchain and you can get it to interact like with the Lisk blockchain. It's very optimistic. They've got a strong team behind it. There's a lot of development. There's a roadmap in place. You can take a look at that. I'll put the links to all these websites down below this video. ARK, I was trying to figure out what the percentage was on ARK, and I don't believe I was able to find it. The interesting thing about ARK, the way that it works is you have to have a client, you have to set up a client, and they have something called Forged. I'm going to mess it up. Forged Decentralized. I'm messing it up. Let's see if it says it. It's like decentralized staking. They didn't call it that. But essentially, you have ARK, you hold it in your wallet. If you're familiar with masternodes, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video, I've got a bonus for you towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But masternodes, ARK's not really, there are nodes, but it's not really set up like a masternode. But as you hold ARK in your wallet, you're able to actually earn ARK. It's not a tremendous amount. You're not going to get rich doing it or anything. I've read numbers like 3%, 5%, 6%. Not a lot, but again, it is a bonus. Next up is proof of weak hands. I've talked about proof of weak hands ad nauseum on my channel. It's one of my favorite projects by far. You can take a look in the top right hand of the corner. You should see a card up there. You can take a look at a video I did about the best crypto to buy. And I talked about proof of weak hands, and I talked about why I believe it's one of the best cryptocurrencies to buy. So I dedicated an entire video to that. I'm not going to talk about it right here. Now here's the bonus. When it comes to cryptocurrency, there are ways to make a tremendous amount of return, essentially. Ignore that. That is too ridiculous. A lot of these are ridiculous right now. But you can see, we'll do it by market cap. Oh, that's by, sorry, let's do it by Masternode Worth. There we go. So you can see right here, so Dash is a Masternode coin. It's actually ranked number 10, I believe, on CoinMarketCap. The thing about masternodes, and I didn't go into masternodes here because that's a whole other thing, and I have an entire series that I'm currently creating on masternodes. You can take a look at that at the end of this video. I'll post it. But masternodes are a way that you can earn 6%, 800%, 200%, 16%, 130%, 25%. You know, these are annual returns, by the way, annual ROIs. Now, there's a lot of things that goes into calculating this. This isn't 100% accurate. Masternodes, just like all cryptocurrency projects, can be risky. However, it is a way, when you're talking about cryptocurrency dividends or cryptocurrency cash flow, just for holding an asset, being able to earn income or currency or whatever you want to call it, being able to earn free cryptocurrency without having to sell the underlying asset, masternodes are definitely a way to do that. So thank you so much for watching this video. At the end, I will put a link to my playlist that I've started for masternodes. So you can take a look at that if you want more info on masternodes. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. God bless. By the way, if you're using any of these cryptocurrencies, if you like any of the projects I mentioned, let me know what your favorite project is. Is it Neo? Is it Binance? Is it KuCoin? Is it Waves? Is it ARK? If one of those are one of your favorite projects, put them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what your favorite project is that you're able to earn an income off of. Make sure it's a project with a strong development team. Thank you so much for watching.